Magandang araw sa ating lahat. Today is Saturday and it's April 25 na po. Kumusta kayo? Okay lang ba tayo? Sabado ngayon, relax tayo ngayon and I hope easy ngayon ang araw natin. Ito si Nico Fabian, nandito sa programa natin Nico Fabian, Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico, and of course lahat mga kaibigan, kapatid, kababayan natin dito sa Malaysia, mga Filipinos po, welcome kayo dito. Of course, ang mga kaibigan, kababayan at kapatid natin sa iba-ibang parte ng mundo, especially ang mga overseas Filipino workers. Likewise, welcome and good health, prosperity sa mga kababayan natin dyan po sa Pilipinas mismo, sa bayan natin which we call and we love Philippines. Alright, so ngayon, meron tayong, since it is Saturday, medyo relax lang tayo. And hindi na masyado sabihin natin tense or under pressure tayo tungkol sa mga issues sa Pilipinas dahil po malayo pa ang Wednesday, April 29. April 29 po, why I said malayo pa ang April 29 and what is the significance of April 29? It is because po we are expecting or I'm going to monitor I hope that this will be the final, no? According to them, it will be the third and final proper hearing ng impeachment of Inday Sara Duterte or impeachment complaint of Inday Sara Duterte, the Vice President of the Philippines, being conducted by the House of Representatives Justice Committee po. No? On Wednesday, April 29, apparently, I was made to understand na they are going to make a decision po whether mayroon probable cause ang impeachment complaint against sa Inday Sara Duterte, dalawang impeachment complaint yan po. And after that po, they are going to submit it to the plenary. And ang plenary po will be scrutinizing it, and if convinced that there is probable cause impeachment complaint of Inday Sara Duterte, they are going to vote. Now they are going to vote. They need 106 or 1/3 of the total number of congressmen. We have a total of 318 yata yun po, and 1/3 is something like 106. And many, just like me also po, I totally agree that to get the 106, no? The 106 votes from the congressman po, it is very possible. It is very possible based on the number of supporters, no? Supporters of the administration po ngayon sa Kongreso po. Last year, there were a total of more than 200 plus, 260 something if I'm not mistaken, no? And this year, I don't think so po they are going to get the same volume of votes, no? Volume of votes po. They will be able to get the 106, but definitely it won't be the same number or high number as what we saw last year po during the first impeachment complaint against Inday Sara Duterte. Once it will be transmitted to the Senate, and the Senate will look into it, and if convinced, they are going to start a full impeachment trial of Inday Sara Duterte. And according to Senate President Tito Soto, Vicente Soto po, that once they will receive itong transmission coming from the House of Representatives, now forthwith po, they will not delay, forthwith, immediately they are going to conduct a full-blown impeachment hearing against kay Inday Sara Duterte po, no? Once everything is in order. So, whether she will be convicted, found guilty of ang mga allegations niya po, no? Sa impeachment complaint or not, it all depends on the votation po. Remember, impeachment proceeding, no? Is a political maneuvering, no? And it depends on the numbers. Figures yun po. Sino mas maraming supporters, then sila po manalo. Sa impeachment trial, the Senate, the Justice Committee, or the Senate justices po, will have to vote, will have to get a total of 16 votes among the from the total 24 senators po. And of course, 16 votes is not easy to get. And based on what we heard and mga speculation and forecast dyan po sa Pilipinas, including dito po sa Malaysia, and of course, I believe also in other parts of the world, ang mga Filipinos po, they said po it is most unlikely that Inday Sara Duterte will be impeached. But let's see po. Tingnan natin po. Tingnan natin if she will be impeached or not. But so far, yon ang forecast. Yon ang forecast ng mga Filipinos. Should the election be done or votation will be done today or tomorrow po, sa Senado, I think mahirapan sila makuha yon 16 votes po. As what I said, tingnan natin po. Alright? So, okay, the thing that I want to touch now dito sa programa natin on a Saturday afternoon po is that medyo relax tayo. Alam natin sa Philippines, mahal ang langis. Hopefully, parang nakita natin ngayon po ang presyo ng langis fuel sa Pilipinas is also a roller coaster. Up and down po. Depende on what is happening or what is the next move of President Donald Trump po dyan po sa conflict sa Middle East, ang Iran. Ang Iran po. So, nakita natin po because of this domino effect, negative domino effect of the conflict dyan po sa Middle East, nakita natin po ang mga presyo ng bigas, presyo ng essential goods sa Pilipinas, including mga pamasahe po, ang cost of living sa Pilipinas po tumaas na po dahil sa jumbo high price of the fuel or gasolina, diesel dyan po sa Pilipinas. And definitely, agriculture will be affected. And tourism also, the tourism sector of Philippines will also be affected po. In fact, nakita natin karamihan ng mga resorts dyan po ngayon sa Pilipinas. That also includes ang mga airlines, local airlines sa Pilipinas po. They are doing some promotional ads, wherein they are giving a special discount, a special airfare, airfares riding public. Likewise, ang mga resorts po, they're giving good discounts sa packages nila po for accommodation, for tour, or these are tour packages po. So let's see po. And I would like to announce that one of the top, sabihin natin, tourist or island resort sa Pilipinas is still ang Boracay Island or Boracay Island po. Now, next month, there will be a big occasion in Boracay po. And anong klaseng occasion dito po? This will be the 37 National General Assembly ng International or ng Alpha Phi Omega International Fraternity and Sorority po. It will be held dyan po sa Boracay. And the event will start from May 15 hanggang May 17 and expected to be attended by, if not thousands of, sabihin natin, members of the Alpha Phi Omega. Ano ba ito, Alpha Phi Omega? This is a fraternity sorority po, And sa Pilipinas, ang dami mga members. And this Alpha Phi Omega or APO, very known to many, APO. Now, this is an international fraternity po. International fraternity. And of course, during the 37 National General Assembly, which will be held in Boracay Resort, sa Station 2 yata yun po, sa Station 2. And to be very specific, the venue of the assembly, General Assembly po, will be at Paradise Garden Hotel po, sa Station 2 ito po, dyan sa Boracay. So expected, ang dami po, mga members of the Alpha Phi Omega will be attending, coming from various chapters dyan po sa Pilipinas, no? Various chapters from Tawi-Tawi hanggang sa Apari. Yun po. Because every universities po, if I'm not mistaken, mayroon na po Alpha Phi Omega. They put up ang chapters nila po, no? Ang Alpha Phi Omega. And not only local members will be attending, it is a yearly event, but we are going to see also members, Alpha Phi Omega members from other countries po. That includes the United States of America, Canada, Australia, sa Middle East, sa Saudi Arabia, dito sa Asian countries natin po, ang Malaysia, ang Brunei, ang Thailand, mayroon din po, Cambodia, no? Ang dami po will be attending po. But sana lang po, no? Ang mga kaibigan natin, kababayan natin po, who will take advantage of this, sabihin natin na big occasion po, they will not overcharge ang mga visitors natin po. Kasi mahirap na po, no? Let's give a very, let's protect the image of ng Pilipinas at saka ng mga Filipinos po. So, maski mahirap ang buhay po, but the volume is big, no? Do not overcharge po. Do not overcharge. Both ang mga operators, resort operators or tour operators dyan po sa Boracay, do not take advantage of the situation. Ito mga restaurants, mga tricycles, or whatever public utilities mayroon tayo sa Boracay, no? Sa Boracay. Now, just briefly po, no? Just briefly. Ano ba itong Alpha Phi Omega? Although many people, many Filipinos already knows what is Alpha Phi Omega po. APO. Ano ba itong APO? APO, it means stands for A, Alpha. P stands for Phi. And O stands for Omega. In other words, APO po, Alpha Phi Omega. Now, it is a premier co-ed service fraternity founded, ito po, it was founded in December 16, 1925. Diyan po sa Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania. No? And sino ang founder ng Alpha Phi Omega? Ng APO po, International, is no other than si Frank Reed Horton po. No? Which is, he is based dyan po sa Pennsylvania. Alright. Bakit mayroon sa Pilipinas? Yes, in 1950 po. Because ang Alpha Phi Omega International was founded in 1925. Now, in 1950, Alpha Phi Omega, Alpha Chapter, dyan po sa Pilipinas, was established. 1950, March 2nd, if I'm not mistaken po. No? If I'm not mistaken. And remember, bakit po sikat na sikat itong Alpha Phi Omega? Because focus po ang mga members ng Alpha Phi Omega or the fraternity itself. It's a fraternity. And then it became also, we welcome also ang mga babae, females po. So, mayroon tayong sorority. So, focus ang mga members ng Alpha Phi Omega as advocated by our founder, si Frank Reed Horton, no? Sa leadership, friendship, and service. Importante yun po in any country, in any society. We must have good leadership for us, for an individual, for a community, or a country to progress. Leadership. We must be a country, a community, an individual must be friendly to all, enemy to none. Kaya nga, leadership, friendship. And the other one is service. Bakit service po? We have a good leader. We are friendly to all, enemy to none. But if we are not going to give our services, wala din mangyari. The leader will be useless. Our being friendly will be useless if we don't do service to the community, service to the fraternity, service to our family, service to mankind. Dahil dyan po, since the start of Alpha Phi Omega, dyan po sa Pennsylvania, no? Hanggang dyan, hanggang sa Pilipinas po, hanggang ngayon po, dyan pa din po ang nasa isip of every member of Alpha Phi Omega. And that is the reason why sikat na sikat po ang fraternity, Greek word fraternity, ang Alpha Phi Omega, not only in the Philippines, but also in other parts in the world. Mayroon din mga iba-ibang Greek letter words fraternity, pero dominant talaga po ang Alpha Phi Omega. Ang dami po. We have, if I'm not mistaken, si former President Bill Clinton is also a member of the Alpha Phi Omega. Mayroon din tayo mga, si Bong Revilla is also a member. We have a lot of politicians na sa gobyerno ngayon po and have been in the government service, politicians po, na members of the Alpha Phi Omega, and ang sabihin natin, ang performance sila po is, if not excellent, very good. Very good po. And itong mga members of Alpha Phi Omega, although there are times, first time sila mag-meet po, but you notice, when they meet po, no, regardless of their color, races, once they know that you are a member of the Alpha Phi Omega, you can see for yourself po. Pag mag-shake hands yun sila, they do the shake hands sa left po, no? Pag mag-shake hands yun sila po, and they start talking, parang matagal na talaga po, and they know each other. Why? Because ang bonding nila is very strong sa leadership, friendship, and service. See? So, proud na proud ang mga members of Alpha Phi Omega po, no? Be it abroad or be it sa Pilipinas po. I am very proud to be a member of Alpha Phi Omega. I became a member of Alpha Phi Omega last 1977. No? 1977, done po sa Ateneo de Zamboanga University. Ang chapter namin po is Betano chapter. No? I came from Betano chapter, and during our time, I think 10 of us, 10 males and 10 females passed the initiation yun po. No? During that time, may physical pa kami. But ngayon po, because of government, because of what happened, incidents, hazing, mayroon namatay po, and Alpha Phi Omega do not succumb to this kind of idea po, and wala na pong physical initiation for how many years na po. But during our time, yes, I will admit, during our time po, we have physical contact during initiations po. And initiations will not only take 1 week, 2 weeks po, by months po. And depende din yun po sa grado natin po. If academically, mahina tayo po, so ang ano ninyo po, ang mga plagy, we call it plagy po, no? Kung ang grade mo is not good, then mahirapan ka to be accepted sa fraternity po. So academic and community standing nyo po must be very good po, no? We have to memorize a lot of things po, ang history ng Alpha Phi Omega po, no? And that's the beauty. During college days, because it is collegiate, it means collegiate, you become a member or you apply for membership when you are a college student. Hindi pwede po out of school youth ka, hindi pwede high school. You must be a college student. Because college student, ang isip na nila po, hindi kagaya sa bata, high school tayo po. At least matured na po. So, we also, you must be a member of, you must be a Boy Scout po, no? Kasi yun din po, leadership, friendship, and service, ang motto ng Boy Scout. Kagaya din ang motto ng Alpha Phi Omega, Leadership, Friendship, and Service. Alright? So, it will be held dyan po sa Boracay, May 15 hanggang May 17. I will be attending po, no? And to all the members, mga brothers and sisters ko sa Alpha Phi Omega, huwag natin kalimutan po, if you have time, if you have the means, please join the 37th National General Assembly ng fraternity sorority natin po dyan sa Boracay po, no? Contact ang national office natin dyan po sa Pilipinas because mayroon din tayong mga discount po. And we can register our participation via may code tayo po, QR code dyan po, no? You just go to sa website ng Alpha Phi Omega and you can get and you can register po, no? Everybody or majority of us will be there. That includes ako po dito sa Malaysia and other countries po outside the Philippines will be attending po. So see you there, mga kapatid, no? Ang mga brothers, mga tolls, and mga sis, I'll see you in Boracay next month po. But let me show you, no? Let me remind you for the members of the Alpha Phi Omega who did not attend the last year General Assembly or National General Assembly which was held in Davao City, mayroon tayo dito po. I will share with you itong video clip po, no? Just to remind, and for those who doesn't know much about the NGA, nandito po itong video clip that I will be sharing with you po. Ang non-members, you will have an idea po kung paano ang Alpha Phi Omega is performing po, no? Nandito. Let's watch and listen to this. Hold on. Hold on, ha? Hold on. Alright, nandito. Let's watch and listen to this. Here's to Alpha Phi Omega, loyal brothers we, true to self and through each other. Diba? Ganun ba yan? Diba? Ang toast song natin sa Alpha Phi Omega. Nandito po, let's watch and listen to this last year event. Last year ito, ang event po sa Davao.
As you open this National General Assembly, remember that every act of leadership, every bond of friendship, and every service rendered, no matter how big or small, contributes to a better world.
As I say, national leadership in Alpha Phi Omega is leadership Omega chapter. I'd like to extend my thanks to all my brothers and sisters in behalf of our 100 years of Alpha Phi Omega.
The annual convention is very important because this is the determination of the new leader of Alpha Phi Omega. And it is our duty to be here to discuss some changes in our constitution and bylaws. Basta Davao Cuyao.
This is a celebration of a century of leadership, friendship, and service. And I'm so proud to have been part of this organization.
Let us build on what we've started. Let us grow stronger together. Thank you. And may we always be strong in service, fair leadership, and boundless friendship. Magandang gabi, mabuhay kayo, mabuhay ang nag-isang Alpha Phi Omega.
Alright, mabuhay ang Alpha Phi Omega. Leadership, friendship, and service. And I am proud to be a member of the organization po. I was a member, I became a member in 1977, and habang buhay, I'll be a member of the Alpha Phi Omega. So yun po. And mayroon pa tayo dito po, mga preparations na nila, no? And nakuha ko ito po sa mga posting ng mga brothers and sisters natin, no? Let me share with you another video clip po, no? Just recently ito po, I don't know where they nag-live sila po, and just you have an idea, especially itong mga brothers natin po, no? Brothers and sisters natin sa Alpha Phi Omega. Let's watch and listen to this. Hold up po. Itong video po. Para sa ating lahat ito po. And of course, for the public.
Hi guys, hi brothers and sisters. Good morning. We're here at Osamis.
Osamis, ha?
Good morning everyone. We're here live with our national president. Good morning mga kapatid. Hello live. Welcome to our guys. Yes, I'm here. It's my birthday. So we're live here for the fourth regular session of the National Executive Council of Alpha Phi Omega Philippines. Of course, ba't ang laki? Of course, presided by our national president. We have here our National Vice President for Sorority, Sister Thea Askin, and our Vice Chairman of the National Committee on Election, Brother Mike Caberte Cicero Danseco.
Malapit na po birthday namin, shout out.
Shout out, we will just be posting our Gcash number.
So mag-birthday.
Our Adjudicator General, Doc Alma Sheila Liquica Discarna. This is for attendance. So you guys, you come here for attendance.
So we are...
Oh, may birthday action yan.
Mr. Apolinar Dimla is watching.
Ay, kabatch.
O bakit parang naka-zoom in daw tayo?
Kaya nga,
Alam mo, di zoom out eh.
si Basky.
So here's our RD.
National Director.
Oh, farm, RD Baski. Kasan?
Screenshot to. Hindi kami 100 viewers
RD
na.
Mel.
600 na.
Thank you sa ating 600 viewers.
Monetize na yung video na
Alright, our RD for the Mimaropa region, RD Pioli Galonos. Araga region, Brother Danny Ariani.
na magka-birthday.
Si Brother Ching, pamain na lang, pamain.
Kumay na lang.
Sariwa po, sariwa.
Pa-wash out daw. Sister.
Kanita ka, Tim. PP for Fraternity, Brother Kim, Jeremy Lucas, and our trustee for Fraternity, John Alvin Galang, the birthday boy. Priorities is
Package Anima.
Serious to?
Pamay na lang po, pamay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah. All our Muslim brothers and sisters and our VP for alumni. Jenny San Andres. Pamay din po ito, pamay.
Sama daw si Bro RV agad. Sino?
Sasama. Okay, tol.
Red Press. Red Press of Apo Metro Tagum Alumni Association. Thank you for watching us here live in Quezon City.
I miss you, Brad.
We miss you. See you in Boracay.
See you, see you.
Okay, yun po. See you in Boracay, mga brothers and sisters ng Alpha Phi Omega. This time around, I would like to greet ang mga kabrads, mga brothers ko po, mga tolls and sisters dyan po sa Zamboanga. First and foremost, ang MI ko po, no? Master Initiator ko po during my preview time. I would like to say hello and God bless to Jungjung Aquino, ang MI ko po, no? And si Roger Benaventura, saka ang asawa niya, apo din po, no? Si Guy Benaventura, ang anak nila po, nagiging apo automatic yun po. Kaya Danny Retorta also, no, member of the Alpha Phi Omega, based na siya po sa Zamboanga and a very active member po na sa mga activities dyan po ng Alpha Phi Omega sa Zamboanga City. Ang pinsan ko po si James Macashar, Brad James Macashar. Ang pinsan ko pa rin si Sandan Apolinario, also a member of the Alpha Phi Omega. My late brother, si Raby Fabian, no? Also a member of the Alpha Phi Omega initiated dito po sa Malaysia. And si Theodore Regino, dyan po sa United States, also from Zamboanga City, who got married to my first cousin po, si Liza De Vera. And sino pa yun po? Marami sila. Robert Enriquez, no? Si Roy Tanagon, Dexter Dingilan, dyan po sa Maynila din po. No? Ang dami tayo mga brands natin. And brands sa Zamboanga, ang Gamma Zeta. No? Gamma Zeta po, sa AA. Mayroon tayo sa iba-ibang eskwelahan din po. Mayroon tayo mga brands, si Anthony General. No? I met him dyan po sa Holo. And ang dami din tayo mga brands sa Holo, sa Tawi-Tawi po. No? So I would like to say, may our circle be. No? We remain as members of the Alpha Phi Omega habang buhay po. So yon ang updates natin tungkol sa event, forthcoming event dyan po sa Boracay. And just for your information po, during the National General Assembly dyan po sa Boracay on May, which will kick off on May 15 hanggang 17, no? Wala tayong election po. I was made to understand election will be next year ba yun? Or sa December ba yun? I don't know. I'm not sure. Election will be held the next election schedule, and it will be held in Palawan. In Palawan po. So, anyway, may election o walang election, tuloy tayo po ang pagka-leadership, friendship, and service natin. Sa community natin, sa pamilya natin, sa fraternity natin, sa sorority natin po, sa community, sa city natin, sa bansa natin po. At saka sa reliyon natin. Huwag natin kalimutan. So, yun po. That's the latest. And now, let's go to another topic naman po tungkol sa ano na ito po. Saldico. Punta tayo kay Saldico. May time pa tayo. Punta tayo kay Saldico. And sa gobyerno din po, si Ate Claire. Na nag-announce na po. Now, it's already official na nahuli, but he was not arrested, si Saldico, dyan po sa Czech Republic. Nahuli, but he was not arrested. And we don't know whether nasaan siya ngayon po. He was temporarily, ang liberty niya po hold for a while po during the checking ang documents ba niya po when he arrived at the airport po dyan po sa Prague ba yun? Sa Czech Republic. And we don't know whether he is under the custody o hindi. We still don't know. Basta we received a confirmation that nahuli and he was not arrested. What is the difference between arrested and nahuli? No? Nahuli o naarestado o na-arrest. Now, kung arestado po, ibig sabihin, may authority, legal authority who nahuli sa kanya po. It means, ano yun? Police, any uniform man. Kaya we say it, he was arrested. And of course, Miranda right will be read to him po. No? So it means he was arrested. Paghuli po, not necessarily authority, no? Kasi pwede naman tayo sabihin na nahuli ng sinungaling. Ibig sabihin, if I say nahuli kita ng sinungaling, in other words, I'm not an authority. I'm not a policeman. So yun po. Kaya nga, sabi ang gobyerno po na dahan-dahan po, be careful kasi some nations po, they don't simply use the word arrest. Arrest. They don't simply use that word arrest po, kagaya ang Czech Republic. Nandito po, let's watch and listen to this video clip po. So you will have an idea. Hold on, ha?
Nahuli na.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. At
Nahuli na si Zaldi.
Hold on. Sandali po.
magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. At
Alright, sandali po. Okay, nandito. Let's watch and listen to this.
Huli na si Zaldi ko. Bunga ito ng matibay na paninindigan ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. na mapanagot at makulong ang sinumang sangkot sa maanumalyang flood control projects sa bansa. Ayon sa Pangulo, kasalukuyang nasa kustodiya na ng otoridad sa Czech Republic ang puganting si Zaldico.
magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. At magbibigay na ako sa inyo ng pahayag tungkol sa kalagayan ni Zaldico. Nananatili po siya sa kustodiya ng Czech Republic. A few moments later.
Sir, can we set the record straight? Where is Zaldico? Because the term of the Justice Department that he is under the jurisdiction of the Czech Republic is a very broad term, the jurisdiction itself. It can be anywhere as long as it's in the territory of the Czech Republic, or it can be in a detention facility. Where exactly is Zaldico?
This is something that on that question I have no specific answer yet as of now.
Why, sir?
I have no relevant and validated information as to that fact. So I don't want to speculate, but kasi that will lead to misinformation and disinformation. So hanggang hindi po natatapos yung pakikipagpulong at yung report sa Czech authorities, sa representative ng Czech authorities, hindi ko makapagbigay sa pilot.
Sir, so what was the basis for the Philippines to say that he is still in jurisdiction when in fact we don't know yet where exactly the former lawmaker is?
Ito po ay batay po sa mga impormasyon na available po sa amin bago po kami pinahin dito. At
Alright, yun po. Narinig natin po ang DOJ Secretary si Vida. Yan po ang statement niya po. And of course, earlier ang mga statements made by Yusek Claire Castro and of course, our mahal ng Pangulo, si President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. Now, punta naman tayo po. Narinig natin the other day, last Wednesday po, na ang appeal chamber ng International Criminal Court po, dyan po sa The Hague, they already announced ang decision nila po that ang appeal made by the lawyer of Tatay Digong po tungkol sa jurisdiction, sa jurisdiction po na natalo sila po, no? So, anong mga next move o mga options? So, mayroon pa ang presidente o ang lawyer ng former president si Tatay Digong. Let's watch and listen to the statement made by Attorney Panelo po. Legal ito po ni attorney ito po ni Tatay Digong when he was the President of the Philippines. Let's watch and listen to ang statement made by Attorney Panelo on the issue po.
At tinatanong
Alright, nandito.
halimbawa, kasi nga ang tingin ko mukhang tutuloy-tuluyan, ano pa bang pwedeng remedyo? Well, one, yung aming petition for writ of habeas corpus, may pag-asa kami doon. Kung i-resolve ng Korte Suprema, pabor kay Presidente Duterte because ang hinihingi po namin doon, i-deklarang illegal ang ginawa nilang pag-aaresto, detention at pagpapatapon sa Hague, and at the same time, compel the government to correct its mistake. Pag ginawa nila yun, meron naman ng jurisprudence. Yung si Tevez nga, kahit extradition denied, ay balik nila. Si Trump naman, sabi ng Korte Suprema sa kanya, nung tinapon nila yung El Salvadorian citizen, without due process, ibalik mo yan. Ibinalik naman ni Trump. So, ibig sabihin, pwede pala. So, pwede yung natin gamitin yun. Pangalawa, kung talagang wala ng remedyo, tinitingnan ko na yung isang hapon na diplomat, di ba, sabi na, nilapag ninyo ang karapatan ng Presidente Duterte sa violation of rights. Sabi ko maganda ito kasi kung mapapakiusapan natin, makukumbinsin natin ang mga bansa na magkaroon ng collective action, meaning collective condemnation of the assault on the rights of the former president and in fact assaulting our own sovereignty because nakialam sila sa ating legal system kahit walang jurisdiction, baka sakaling may pressure sa ICC.
Alright, yon po si Attorney Salvador Panelo. And let's also hear ang reaction niya po, statement niya po tungkol sa observation na po tungkol sa impeachment ni Inday Sara Duterte. Ni Inday Sara Duterte. Let's watch and listen. Itong video clip po. Video clip. Saan na yun? Hold on. Andito po. Hold on. Hold on. Alright. Let's watch and listen to this.
Hindi nagpunta yung mga mambabatas. Huwag niya na ikalat ang kamangmangan niyo. Hindi nagpunta si Inday Sara simply because hindi kailangan pumunta. Yung tinatawag na due process clause includes, because due process says that you are given the opportunity to defend yourself. Bigyan ka ng pagkakataon ipagtanggol. Pero kung ayaw mo ipagtanggol sa sarili mo, karapatan mo yun. Agenda nila siraan itong ali. Siyempre, hindi natin sasabihin, alam natin, pipilay na lang natin. Alam nyo, propaganda talaga ang labanan ngayon. Propaganda ng mga kalaban ng Duterte at pagtatanggol naman ng mga Duterte sa kasiraan na itinatapon sa kanila. So, magbibigay sila ng mga payag. Nasa sa inyo, taong bayan, kung maniniwala kayo sa kanilang mga propaganda at sa mga sagot naman at kontra pahayag ng kampo ng mga Duterte.
Alright. Yon si Attorney Salvador Panelo po. So siguro hanggang dito na lang ang programa muna natin for today, April 25, on a Saturday afternoon. And again, I would like to remind ang mga tolls, mga sisters, mga brothers and sisters ko po sa Alpha Phi Omega organization po, fraternity and sorority po. Kung may time man kayo, may means man kayo po, why not book na kayo po ang trip ninyo to Boracay and attend the 37th National General Election po, Assembly natin po, because marami mga Filipinos, mga members natin po will be attending, not only Filipinos but also mga brothers and sisters natin from other countries like United States of America, Canada, Australia, Saudi Arabia, and other countries po na mayroon Alpha Phi Omega po, no? Alpha Phi Omega. So I'm looking forward to see all of you po dyan po sa Boracay. Maskin siguro tumaas ang presyo po, no? Kasi early booking na tayo po. Tumaas ang mga bilihan dyan po sa Pilipinas, no? But importante din ito po, no? And bring your family so that your wife and your children also will experience and they will know the beauty of being a member of the Alpha Phi Omega po, no? Very respectable fraternity to po, no? And don't worry po if your children wants to join ang fraternity po, no? Wala tayong physical initiation dito po. And more on education na lang po, no? And to make sure that you have that loyalty sa fraternity po. And it's not against any government po. Hindi to politically motivated organization po, no? We are NGO, non-governmental organization po. And as what I said, and my brothers and sisters, no? Sa Alpha Phi Omega, we are proud to be a member of the Alpha Phi Omega, and we will continue to help build up the nation. Build up ang community natin po, build up ang nation natin, and build up ang Alpha Phi Omega organization. To all my brothers and sisters, may we always be. I'll see you in Boracay. So with this, si Nico Fabian once again would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines, God bless us all. Ingat kayo po, enjoy ang weekend natin, and don't forget kung bukas mayroon tayong obligasyon, religious obligation, don't forget to make sure that you do that and spend time with your family. With this, Sabah, Malaysia, the Philippines. God bless all. Ingat, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye, and I love you.